Hi, we're Pastor Dave and Dee Dee Thompson from Gateway Ministries in Golden, Colorado. We are actually Casper and Cheryl's pastors.
Isn't that wonderful? Casper and Cheryl with IAM Love Builders. They not only attend our church, but you know what else they do? They conduct marriage workshops, they conduct retreats, and they provide marriage counseling for our whole church family. Very powerful and life-changing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Am Love Builders. We are so glad that you joined us today. We are your hosts, Casper and Cheryl Stockham. We want to give a great big shout out to all of our broadcast partners. We appreciate you. I Am Love Builders is a show that's dedicated to all things that deal with relationships and communication. It doesn't matter whether you're married or single, we want you to become an MVP. That's the most valuable partner in your relationship or marriage. We believe here at I Am Love Builders that if you are not having fun, you are not doing it right.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and we have two shows or two seasons of our TV show now on Zandra TV Network. We have season 1, which was really geared towards couples, and then we had season 2, which was a mixture of couples and singles. All those are available right now. You can stream them on Roku. You can just search for Zandra, Zondra TV. On Roku, Apple, Amazon Fire, any of those platforms, and you can check out our TV shows. You can also get to it in our Love Hub, which I'll talk about in a second. We have a lot of services we provide with Zondra TV, a lot of media services. So we can help them with TV advertising, podcast promotion, podcast distribution. The list is just is pretty extensive.
Yes.
On what we can do from the media side for folks. We also have a micro network that we can showcase or highlight your podcast. So let's say you have a podcast sitting up on YouTube,
Right.
and it's not getting much exposure, but we can take that podcast, same podcast, and repurpose it on the Zondra TV network on our micro network, and it can get access to a lot more views
right.
Through our micro network. We also have Go Shop America. This is a new service that Zondra TV is providing, and this is it's kind of like
HSN or QVC. Only is for lack of better terms, those of us who don't have like mega multi items that we're selling.
Right.
So it's like, when you're on QVC, they may have 10,000 sweaters in one color.
Right.
But here you'll be able, it's more geared toward the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And so that if you have a book, a product, or service, you can put it on Go Shop America.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to have 10,000.
Right.
Maybe you only have 100. Maybe you only have 50. But you still can be on Go Shop America and share your product or service and make sales.
Absolutely. So we actually have our book series on Go Shop America. So we're excited. That should be rolling out here, I think, here next month, I think. I'm not sure on that time frame. So we have a book series, our Mastering Adam and Eve book series. So I wrote Mastering Adam, Cheryl wrote Mastering Eve, and then we, Mastering Eve and Adam kind of got together and had a little Mastering Adam and Eve. A little journal/devotional type book. So we're excited about those, and they're available on Amazon. We are super, super excited about our MVP Love Hub. And this is a way for us to combine all the things we do into one location. So we strongly recommend that folks take advantage of it because it's free for one, but to get access to everything we're doing, this podcast, our TV shows, our ebooks, our regular books at a discount. We have quizzes there. We have courses there. We have our video library there. So a lot of things going on in the Love Hub, and it's going to be just expanding from there. So it's a lot going on there. We may come back and talk about that here a little bit more in a second. So our sponsors to the show are Texas All Stars, and they are miners with the Texas Coin, and we are miners as well. And I heard about this actually last year, and I didn't know much about crypto mining, but I did know about crypto, and I knew enough that I didn't want to be involved with it because I had lost money. I was like, I'm done with crypto, But crypto mining is different, and with Texas Coin, it's like way different. So I would strongly suggest you look into getting a Texas Coin miner, or 2 or 9. You can get up to 9, I believe, at one sitting. And this is just a really safe way to be involved in the whole crypto space without, suffering all the ups and downs and slings and arrows that go into.
And we also have a live Texas All Stars has a live stream that is done every Tuesday evening.
Absolutely.
So if you want more information, you just want to check it out, you can tune into the live stream. It starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yep.
And the link is it there on the screen?
Yeah, they can scan the QR code. Hopefully they can see that QR code, or they can go to texasallstars.com and access the link from there, texasallstars.com.
And that way you can learn about crypto mining.
Yeah, totally different from just investing in crypto. All right, so we've got just about a minute and a half here. I want to really kind of dial in on our MVP Love Hub.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a dating site.
No.
This is a God-centered location, a community for married and single folks to really have a place that a safe place.
A safe place where they can communicate, they can fellowship with like-minded individuals online.
Mm-hmm.
There will be in that places where you can make posts,
Mm-hmm.
you can share thoughts and ideas. We'll probably have questions and things about God, about relationships, about better ways to communicate. It's educational, it's informational, and it's here to support you through your marriage or relationship. It doesn't matter if you're single and you don't ever want to be married.
Right.
But if you're single in the kingdom of God, there's still some teaching and training and stuff you need so that you can be a strong single.
Yeah.
If you're divorced and right now you're kind of in a little lull period, you're not really sure if you want another relationship or not, understood. It's something there for you too.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this is a great place for you to plug into. So this is outside of Facebook, but it looks very similar to Facebook, how it works in the community. But we're going to have a lot of fun things we're doing from there. We have a contest going right now, a couples contest, right? So if you do some of the things that are listed for the couples contest for the next 30 days, you can win some prizes that we are offering for folks. So check it out, have fun, engage. We say
share it.
Yeah, we say
other people
plug in, grow, and share.
That's it. Plug in, grow, and share. I like that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to introduce our MVP guest that we have with us. She actually was on our TV show as well, so we're excited to bring her on to talk about some of that. But in fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and play her testimonial, then we'll bring her on.
Hi, my name is Vicki Ariatti, and I just have to say I had the most awesome time today with Casper and Cheryl Stockham here in Dallas, Texas on Zandra TV. Winning with Love is our show. I am over the top blown away by the professionalism, the smoothness of how things ran, and the opportunity to tell my story and to impact more people. And it leading to Susie's debut with her honoring her 6th grade teacher. It's just going to blow open the skies of so many different opportunities. And I'm so excited to be here. And thank you, Casper and Cheryl. Thank you.
All right, we are back with the I Am Love Builder show, Casper and Cheryl, and we are now going to transition and bring up our special guest, Vicki Ariatti. Hopefully I said that right.
Ariatti.
Yeah. How are you, Vicki?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So our TV audience is familiar with you now, especially if they've been watching some of our episodes. But our podcast audience may not have or may not know you. So please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Vicki.
Okay. I grew up down in the Deep South in Jackson, Mississippi, born in Mobile, Alabama. Parents got divorced when I was about 5 and lived most of my until I was 13 in Jackson, and grew up in what I considered at the time a very dysfunctional family. Yeah. And but as I look back today, it was the best family for me. Anyway, moved around a lot with my dad when I was 13. We moved around a lot with his job because he was in construction as a welder. And I experienced a lot of different opportunities. I got to experience the what it's like to be bullied because we were young, tripping over my tongue. When we were young, we were like the black sheep of the neighborhood because our mother wasn't around, and I was my sister's like part-time caretakers, and we looked the part because we didn't have the same. We didn't fit in with the middle class neighborhood and the middle class neighbors that we had, and so there was a lot of prejudices towards us. And so I grew up with a lot of prejudice. I experienced the prejudices that happened among the Black Americans, and I just I have a disdain for any type of prejudices. So it's just become part of me and who I am.
Now, were these race prejudices, or were they classes like upper class, lower class kind of situations?
No, well, for us, it was the middle. Well, we just didn't fit in with the middle class. I mean, we were like white trash.
Okay.
But I watched how the blacks were mistreated. They couldn't sit with us, even at church. They just. I watched how they got turned down in stores. They couldn't come in and they couldn't shop because of the color of their skin. So I grew up with a lot of unrest, put it that way. And then we were sexually, emotionally, mentally, and physically abused as kids. And so that didn't help. So there was just a lot going on. And so there was just, I grew up in turmoil, put it that way.
Okay. Now, how many siblings did you have?
I have 3 sisters.
Okay.
And I had some steps and some halves.
Okay.
And your mother wasn't around during this time, you said, or is it?
No, she was mentally ill. She spent a lot of time having mental breakdowns and going to the mental institution or traveling all over the country trying to run away from everything and leaving us kids to fend for ourselves.
Now, were you
And
the
we did.
oldest?
I'm the oldest, yeah.
Okay, so you kind of had to step in and
Run the house and take care of your siblings.
I did. It was so easy because I just stepped into it. It's just like something kicked into my brain. I just do it. I mean, we went for a week without hot water, and I'm sure it was in the summer because we were like, it's hot and muggy down there. We had tater rolls under our chins. And So, so I came up with this bright idea to boil water. I mean, 8 years old, right? To boil water on the stove so we could take a bath,
Ah.
that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just stepped in, how are we going to take a bath? You boil water on the stove and you take it down the hallway and dump it into the tub.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you have warm water.
Well, that's how they did it back in the day. Either that or the fireplace.
They boil the
Yeah.
water in the fireplace.
Yeah. Yeah. And what 8-year-old would think about boiling water on the stove so her sister could take a bath? And then I warmed up more water to pour into their dirty water so I could take a bath.
Yeah, yeah. There's that growing up too, right? So the first person in, gets the clean water, and then, but you don't empty the tub.
No, you don't empty because you have to start all over. It's going to take forever to boil the water. But I didn't even think about that. It's just something you just do it.
Right.
As an adult, I just took whatever characteristics like that, survival, whatever you want to call it, creativity, brought it forward now. And somebody presents a problem and my brain goes, ching, ching, ching. Okay, let's do this.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm a problem solver. So I don't think of it as a negative anymore. I think of my childhood as a positive, like a training ground where I really learned how to step up and just get things done.
Yeah. My childhood was a little
Mhm.
similar in that my mother she wasn't mentally ill, but she was physically ill. And I think most of the time she was probably pregnant, but she was having morning sickness. And so I had to
Yeah.
learn I'm one of 3 girls, so I had to learn how to take care of my sisters too.
Yeah. 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 And our mutual friend Susie,
Yeah.
name with her, she nicknamed me the Can Girl. She runs into problems and I'm like, okay, Susie, let's do let this, we'll get this fixed. And she's like, wow, you're fast. Get her done.
So how about when you got to be an older teenager, by the time you were 17, 18, 19, 20?
Yeah, you're gonna think about that question. So, like a young adult Vicki and stuff, what did that look like transitioning out of the home? We're gonna take a quick break here. When we come back,
Okay.
we'll have more from our
Okay.
Yes, we'll be right back in just a moment.
Hello, it's Janine Emily,
And Mr. Tracy Lee Smith.
host of the national TV show Rockstar Diaries, healing out loud with heart, humor, and harmony.
And founders of Hearts and Sing Productions.
Casper and Cheryl, thank you so much for having us on Winning with Love. What an incredible experience. You two just create such a loving, safe, and joyful space where real stories can be shared with honesty, laughter, and heart.
Yes. Your mission to lead with love is exactly what the world needs right now. And it was an honor to be a part of a conversation that uplifts, inspires, and reminds us that we're all connected.
We walked away feeling encouraged, seen, and even more fired up to spread hope and healing through our own work.
If you're looking for a show that truly lives up to its name, Winning with Love is it.
Casper and Cheryl, thank you again for shining your light so brightly. We are grateful.
All right, we are back with the I Am Love of the show, Casper and Cheryl. We have our special MVP guest in studio with us, Vicki. And so, Vicki, we were asking you the young Vicki transitioning out of that turmoil home situation. What was that like?
It was mixed emotions. It was a lot of uncertainty because by the time I was an older teenager, our stepmother felt like she had to break our spirit in order to teach us the things she needed to teach us. And so I was used to being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and it had to be her way or no way. So by the time I left home when I was 8, bless you. By the time I left home when I was 18, I didn't know how to operate. I wasn't that same Vicki that could think fast on her feet, problem solve. It was like, oh, how would my stepmother tell me to do this? What do I do? I didn't know what to do. I really seriously did not know how to behave and act because I was so accustomed to being micromanaged. So I had made a lot of trial and error mistakes and had some successes and made a lot of regretful decisions that I learned from. So I really did go into the school of hard knocks, trying to figure out not only who am I, but what is my purpose? Why am I really here? What can I do or be that would be fulfilling? And it took me decades to figure that out, literally. It was a ride.
So did you get married eventually, have children?
I did. I got married almost right away and started having kids right away and just kind of fell into that. And then when my kids were young, I was a stay-at-home mom and I just did daycare for 2.5 years. And then I got a divorce, and then my ex-husband and I started becoming friends again, and we remarried, and that's when I got pregnant with twins.
Oh, wow.
You remarried your ex, you said?
I remarried my ex.
Okay.
And got pregnant with twins. And I was bedridden because it's huge. I mean, I didn't have any energy or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was when I also had found out that we separated when I was 3 months pregnant with the twins because he wanted my sister instead of me. Oh, that was a trip.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. And so how was Vicki the mom?
A mess. I resorted to like frustration, like if my kids didn't listen, I'd yell. That's what our stepmother did. She yelled, she screamed. Nicer to my kids than she was to us, but I wasn't a very good mom. I mean, I tried and I did my best, and I'm just grateful my kids forgive me and they know that I did my best.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to do all over again with who I am today, I'd be a great mom.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome, Vicki. So tell me, when did you become born again?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Was it early on or later?
I don't know because don't know what that exactly means, but I do know that in the mid-90s, I was so depressed and so beat up by life that I really didn't want to be here anymore. So I just said a prayer and I asked the Lord to just let me fall asleep and not wake up because I only had one child left at home. He could go live with his dad. He was 16. I didn't have to beating myself up with life. And so I wanted to go, but as I said my amen and climbed into bed, it was very audible. My answer to prayer was immediate, audible. I said, Vicki, the Lord has something great for you to accomplish, but you need to be strong enough to handle it. So, yeah. And I wasn't very strong back then. I was just dealing with life and falling apart and struggling. I was like that caterpillar in the cocoon where is the metamorphosis stage where the caterpillar is just nothing but mush. Literally, it's not a caterpillar yet. I mean, it's not a caterpillar anymore, but it's not a butterfly yet. It's a mess. That's what I felt, like a gooey mess. And so I said, okay, Lord, I give my life completely over to you. Guide me, show me, whatever it is. And so I focused my efforts on just getting stronger because I knew that challenges make you stronger if you don't quit. And I really never did learn how to quit, but I was ready just to lay down and give it up. Lord had other plans.
So what age was this? Were you in your 30s or something when that was?
No, I must have been in my 40s. That was 30 years ago, and I'm 74 now. So I
You
was
look
in
good
my,
for 74.
pardon me?
So you look very good for 74. So.
Well, thank you. I decided that since I missed out on my childhood, that I was just never going to grow up. So I'm just a big kid. I like being a kid.
Mm.
So I think I guess the answer would be like the mid 90s when I just totally surrendered my life. I'm like, okay, Lord, I should not be making decisions for myself. I should not be trying to make plans because I'm not doing a good job.
Right.
Apparently, you know better what you need
Mhm.
me to do than I need me to do. And so it was 100% complete surrender.
All right.
And I listened.
Amen. Amen. And it
Yeah.
changed your life.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I don't have any stress today. I just do what the Lord asked me to do. And I said, real easy. If I have a situation pop up, I'm like, hey, Lord, now what do I do? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't understand this. Or like, oh, we're getting into some crunch time. I need some help. Now what? And he always opens the doors. He always
Amen.
answers either with a phone call, unexpected phone call, or I'll just be at the right place at the right time. And whoever I'm supposed to meet up with is right there. Magic just seems to happen. And I know it's not magic, but it just appears that way. So it's just, everything just falls into place. And so I've learned to totally live by faith and let things happen as they happen. And I just stay flexible. And if I think something is going a certain way and all of a sudden it's abruptly aborted and I'm like, no, we're going over here instead. I'm like, fine, whatever. I just roll with the flow.
All right.
So, Vicki, we're getting ready to take another break. But
Okay.
while we're on break, I want you to tell us, how did you transition from where you were then, into what you're doing now? So when we come back from the break, you can tell us what it is you're doing now and how did you get there?
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
You're watching I Am Love Builder Show, Casper and Cheryl, and our special MVP guest in studio. We'll be right back in just a moment.
How many of us wished we bought Bitcoin early? We hear it all the time after the latest huge price surge. I wish I'd gotten in sooner. I wish I'd stocked up before the price took off.
Crypto markets are in the green this morning as Bitcoin hits yet another record high today.
The truth is, the real path to crypto wealth isn't chasing big price jumps. It's getting coins early and frequently. How? Mining. Mining gives you coins. Early Bitcoin adopters built their wealth by mining, and big banks and investors keep doing it, expanding their wealth and squeezing you and me out. Also, traditional mining comes with massive upfront hardware costs and sky-high electricity bills. But there's a better way. Meet Texit Coin, a new decentralized coin mined in Texas.
All right, we are back with the I Am Love Builder Show, Casper and Cheryl, and we have our special MVP guest in studio with us, Vicki Ariatti. Hey.
Ariatti is right.
So, Vicki, tell us, how did you get from, having a childhood, teenager, becoming a mom, having twins, into what it is you're doing now? So tell our audience what it is you do, and then tell us what was the trigger or the spark, or what led you into your field right now?
Okay. Again, I was in the right place at the right time, just going with the flow of things, not really making plans for myself since I didn't know how to do that very well. And so I had remarried. I was cleaning houses at the time professionally, and I remarried. And then he was a scrap hauler. He's hauled scrap metal. So I did that with him for a while. And then we got an eviction notice because our landlord's brother inherited the house we were living in, and they needed us to move. And so it was an answer to prayer. I said, Heavenly Father, where are we supposed to go? We don't have any money to move. And the answer came back very audible: move to Idaho. I'm like,
Wow.
what? And we were living in Lamar, Colorado at the time. So my husband, who was born in Idaho, lived quite a while in Idaho. And I said, well, let's just move to Idaho, because we didn't know where we were supposed to go.
Right.
And he goes, sure, let's go. He gets a hold of his daughter, who finds us a house, and we pack up as much as we can, and we moved to Idaho.
Yeah.
Well, I was planted a garden, and I had a sign out in the front on the way. It was on a highway to the next town, small town. Heirloom vegetables, organic heirloom vegetables. Well, I had a gal stop in to buy some vegetables from me, and she invited me to an essential oils class that was coming up. It was a free class, so I went to that. And then so the teacher advertised that she was coming back in 2 weeks with a homeopathic class, and I thought, well, that's interesting. So it just like I fell into it. But like I said, I didn't have plans for myself. I had an invitation. I showed up, and the teacher at the second class advertised her energy healing class, where she uses acupressure to help release emotional trauma from the body and the somatic part of the body.
Right.
And I thought, well, that's interesting. And I said, but I don't have $1,250. She goes, oh, you can pay each class. It was a series of 6 classes. So it was literally $225 a class for a 4-day class for 6 months. So I thought, I just did it. It just felt right to jump in and do it. It was one of those God things.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it felt right and it fell into place. And so I thought, and I didn't think much of it. And I'm at the first class, and I'm like, what are we doing here? And why am I here? What is this? I don't know. It took me a while to learn about the body, because I was a manual laborer.
Right.
Yeah. So after 6 4-day classes, I was finally getting it. And one of our fellow students said, I'm hosting a craniosacral therapy class next month. Who would like to join me? Well, somebody raised my hand. I'm like, what? I don't even know what that is. But I'm committed. I'm going to go. I didn't have money for the class. It was in Salt Lake City. We were living in Fort Morgan at the time. The class was $400, and I had to get to Salt Lake City, and I needed a place to live during that time. And the Lord opened the doors. Everything fell into place, one thing at a time. One of the people that I used to clean houses for needed her house cleaned. She was a hoarder. She didn't want anybody else to touch her house or even look at her house. She was embarrassed. So as another God thing, I kept getting this hunch to call her ex-husband. And so finally I did, a year later. And he says, oh, I'm so glad you got a hold of me. I've been trying to get a hold of you. Connie wants you to clean her house. Well, she made the check out to my teacher. I stayed at her house, and my husband went with me, so I had the car. We took the pickup or whatever. And so I was able to take the class. Well, the following month, I'd already enrolled in massage school. So then I started massage school.
Wow.
In Denver. So it just kind of evolved, and it just kept happening. And I'm sitting in anatomy class, literally crying, like, oh, what am I doing? I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even like doing massages. Why am I here? What is this going on? What is going on here? But
So now
I was just following.
Yeah. So now it probably seems like it makes all the sense in the world now.
It does.
But then it was kind of just these little pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, it's
coming
like,
together.
What? I didn't even have any interest in it. I've never chosen it. It's like, I look back and I think, yeah, Lord, you got a real good sense of humor here.
So tell us, how is it for you now? I know you have a website, and you have your own business. So what is the name of your business?
Vicki's Wellness.
Vicki's
Wellness Therapeutics, or Vicki's Wellness. I don't really have an official business. It's more of a mission. I mean,
Okay.
we get paid to help people get well. But we had a teacher in the advanced program. Oh, yeah, there's the website. I apologize that the website is not loaded with a lot of goodies. I do promise that I'll fill up the blogs and blog post and fix the calendar, because I am offering for my viewers a complimentary 30-minute session
Right.
for releasing an emotional trauma, a minor one, not anything major, but
Sure.
yeah, because we don't want to get into something we can't finish. But anyway, I acquired over time the nickname Magic Hands. But really, it's not really magic. One of our teachers in the advanced program massage school told us, you've got a great education. You have so many different tools. People are going to come to you exhausted from trying everything conventional that's out there. PT, OT, not working for them. It's just not working. You have the opportunity.
Hold that thought. We have to take a quick break. Hold that thought. We're going to come back and we're going to continue with this, with your
journey.
Your journey, yeah. Be right back in just a moment. You're watching I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Winning with Love, episode 5, season 6, number 2.
All right, we are back with the I Am Love Builder Show, Casper and Cheryl. We have a special MVP guest in studio. This is Vicki, and you started to talk about all these things coming together, and we now you offer these services on your website and some consulting. I had a question though. So, is this consulting that you do in person, or is it online, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Both over the phone too sometimes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about some of the things. Now, I know you do massages. You just talked about that. And then you use some other big words of things that I don't know anything about.
Yeah. Well, I went to the massage, the Denver School of Massage Therapy that I attended was just amazing. We learned 15 different modalities in that professional program. And when I went to the extended program, the Master Body program, we took a deeper dive into what we had been learning. And one of our teachers there towards the end, we were getting ready to graduate, he put 9 dots on the board, 3 in a row for 3 lines. He says, now I want you to take your pencil, do this on paper, put your pencil, and then connect all the dots without picking your pencil up. I think about 3 of our students was able to do it, and I was not one of them. And so when the teacher got back to the illustration on I love cranial sacral therapy. When he got back to the board on that, he showed how you have to go outside the box, come back in and go back outside the box, and then come back in to connect. And the moral of that story was, and is, you got to think outside the box. You've got to use your knowledge, what you've been learning, and figure out what's causing. You get to the root cause of what the ailment is.
Right.
And that's what I do. That's why I'm nicknamed the therapist with magic hands, is because I have learned and I've developed over time the ability to place my hands on your body and feel where they need to go and what they need to do to release tensions or emotional traumas or whatever is locking that that tissue down that's causing pain, it's causing emotional triggers or immobility, paralysis, whatever it is. So I've developed this very unique sense to just look at somebody and say, oh, I need, it's right here.
I think modern medical society or whatever, they've gotten big into treating symptoms and not the actual problem.
Right.
You get all these medications and stuff, even when somebody gets a cold or flu, all they do is give you stuff to help, with suppressing, the cough or whatever, as opposed to healing it.
Right. Exactly.
And so we're all about that too. Now, I don't, nothing against doctors and modern medicine. They have their place, but I do like being in the arena of natural, holistic type wellness.
Yeah.
Now, there was something on your website. If we can go back to that on your website, tell me about, so we know you do massages. So tell me about, what was it? The cranial something.
Oh, the cranial sacral therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that, Vicki?
That is my love. Okay. We are taught through Upledger Institute how to place our hands on the body and feel where the imbalance, where the tension is. What she's doing right there. Your cranial bones are separated by sutures, cartilage, and can easily be moved and manipulated so that they're back, that you can put them back in balance. Coming through the birth canal is very traumatic for babies, more so than we ever realize.
Right.
And so bones get misplaced. Torticollis could happen inside the womb, and scoliosis can result from it. TMJ can result from it. Nerve damage can result. So when you place your hands and you feel drawn into a certain area, you can tell where that area needs help. And so with your intention, just like, I guess the best example is like you're thirsty, okay? You think to yourself, I need a drink of water. Well, that promotes action. You get up and you walk to go get a drink of water. You don't have to tell yourself, well, I need to stand up and I need to put one foot in front of the other. I just need to go get, to get a drink of water. So when I place my hands on someone, I feel their nervous system, where the nerves are impinged, and I feel where their body wants me to put a little pressure or a little bit of nudging to help nudge back to correct anatomical position.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is putting things out of order back into order.
Yes.
Okay. And so then there was another thing on your website. Let me see. Scroll down.
Before we go there, can I insert something?
Sure.
I was a newbie when a gal came into me. She had been in a car accident, and it's a wonder she even survived it. And she only had what she was showing me, her left upper deltoid that was damaged in that rollover accident. She was hanging out the car, banging her head. And upon further investigation, she showed me her right arm that was atrophied. You could see her bones after 7 years of pinched nerves. Her doctor told her at the time of the accident, that whatever use of her hand she got back in 2 weeks was all she could expect. So here we are, fast forward 7 years. Being a newbie, I said, I'm connecting the dots. Craniosacral therapy works with the nerves, and the way you hit your head, you could be pinching nerves in your head and in your neck.
Sure.
It's affecting your arm, and you could get the use of she used her hand as a tray.
Wow.
I said, you could get the use of your hand back with switching to craniosacral therapy. So as we did the craniosacral therapy, her hands and her arms she was just very busy, and she was just laying there, and the nerves were freed up. So when we got finished, she could use her hand.
Wow.
Amen.
That's just an example of craniosacral therapy, because when you compress the bones in the head, you're squeezing the nerves, and you try to breathe when you got an elephant sitting on you.
Yeah.
So the nerves are the same. They need freedom to move and to fire.
Yeah. All right. We've got one more break. When we come back, definitely share with us anything you want to share, because this is our last segment. So share whatever you want to share when we come back.
Okay.
You are watching I Am Love Builder Show, Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we are back at I Am Love Builder Show, Casper and Cheryl. We have our special MVP guest in studio with us, Vicki. And so, Vicki, you had some things you wanted to share with us before we end this.
But before we do that, I want to know, what is energy healing?
I was going to start with that because
Okay.
I knew you spotlighted that, and I'm like, I'm not going to forget that. Okay, so we are energy beings having a physical experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our soul, our spirit is really who we are.
Right.
When our soul, our spirit is traumatized through injuries or mental illness or any type of in trauma, like emotional trauma, there's a disruption in that energy field that affects us physically.
Right.
And so that energy healing class that I started with in the very beginning, that 6-month, 4-day a week class,
Mm-hmm.
we learn to work with that energy, our energy body, that spirit body. Okay, it's not a physical body, but it's that energy.
Mm-hmm.
To which is how do I say it? By calming the nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
you're calming that spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and you're calming your mental and emotional, your hormones, your nervous system, which then creates peace inside the body. So energy healing works with the parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is your fight, flight, or freeze from like a trauma.
Right.
Well, your parasympathetic nervous system works to calm that down, so you're not constantly in a state of heightened alert.
Okay.
A state of heightened alert leads to all types of diseases like MS and ALS and cancers, and because you have that too much of a release of the cortisol.
Okay. All right.
So and that response. So energy healing is your mental health. It's your emotional health.
Okay.
And so when you work with, and I've learned with Upledger Institute how to do the somatic emotional releases, which emotions pop up sometimes when I'm doing body work. So we address those because the emotions store in the body, and there's almost always an emotional aspect or a mental aspect to a physical ailment.
Okay.
Does it clarify enough, or do you have any questions?
No, that was good.
Okay,
good.
Because
I've heard the term energy healing, but no one actually says, okay, so what?
That's what it is.
Yeah, what is it? So what else do you want to share with us, Vicki, in this last segment?
Okay, I made a list here. 3 main points that I want to convey to people is there's always hope. I have not found any ailment so far that's not healable, that has not been locked down with pins or screws or rods.
Right.
Okay. We are hardwired to heal. Our maker hardwired to heal us individually while we were knitted together in our mother's womb.
Okay.
We have stem cells for every part of our body. That's why we heal. That's why a fracture heals. The osteoblast cells in the bones are stem cells. You can regrow bone. Okay. Your body recycles itself all the time. So that's point number 1, is we are hardwired to heal. There is always hope. That you just have to have the right person with the right knowledge and expertise to help you get past the symptoms and get to the root cause of the problem. And I feel like I'm that one.
Right.
Okay. So, and then the second thing is life is full of unexpected landmines. We never know when we're going to have a slip and fall concussion or be in a car accident or have any kind of a problem. There's solutions to those physical ailments and those physical problems, and nerve damage. Nerve damage can be healed. Pinched nerves can be freed up. The body can be realigned to bring back balance. And the emotions can be subsided through reframing and looking for the value in the experience and turning it into a positive. So that's the second thing, is that life is full of landmines. The third thing is that these landmines are your refiner's fire. Don't waste your experiences. Use them as stepping stones. Reframe into a positive whatever appears to be a negative. Because you can always look at the negative or the positive. You can always look at your glass half empty or half full, but I like to look at my glass as refillable. You can heal. You just need to have somebody that knows how to help you. And I feel like I know that because I've had the training and I have the experience and I do it. It's what I do. This is what the Lord has guided me in to do. It's my mission, and I love it.
Amen.
Hey, folks, you can get more information about Vicki's services by going to Vicki's Wellness Therapeutics.com.
.com. Now, you should be able to get there with Vicki's Wellness, but I tried and it didn't work for some reason.
Yeah, Vicki's Wellness Therapeutics.com.
Yeah,
awesome.
And I can give my phone number if that's okay.
Yeah, well, it's okay with us if you're.
It's fine with me. Yeah. Okay. Mountain Time, 720-216-7533.
Okay, give it again.
720-216-7533.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show today and sharing that. We love hearing about healthier and natural ways for us to heal our bodies. So
yes,
definitely definitely something we're excited about. Hey, folks, you've been watching I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl and our special MVP guest in studio. We want you to become MVPs, most valuable partners in relationship. And the best way for you to do that is to go to the Love Hub. And when you go to the Love Hub, you can get access to all of our products and services for free. Just go to IamLoveBuilders.net and just click on the MVP Love Hub little green button. So that's IamLoveBuilders.net and click on the MVP Love Hub. And we will see you guys on the next show. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.